Hello and welcome. My name is Lorrayne Ham. This is StarSeeds, Living Your Best Life. This is the foundational video in a series of videos that I will be bringing out over the next week or two or three in helping you to have health autonomy, understanding what it is to move into 5D with a body that is prepared for the frequencies and energies as we move forward. And the foundation of this information is imperative to utilize these tools and techniques that I'm going to give you and have some foundational understanding as you move forward in learning how to care for this physical body as it's moving into higher frequencies, higher realms of being in its crystalline state. And through this transition that will be taking several years to move into and through, we need to understand how to best support it and move through. So, foundationally, we are an integral, holistic system. First of all, we're connected to the divine source, and secondly, we are a community. We are not a singular identity that says, I am Lorrayne. We are a community of trillions of cells with individuated consciousness. The cells of your body are no different than the individual that make up the entire world. We are a community of integrated consciousness that is coalesced to be who we are in this expression. We are source choosing to be in human form. We are experimenting with humanity. We are playing with individualization, or the coalesced individualization of who we are as an individual community. So I want you to start thinking of yourself as a community, that you are not only making choices and decisions for what you want and desire, you are making choices and decisions for your entire holobiome, your entire system, the cells in your body. We have a holobiome that extends beyond our physical manifestation, that which we see. Now, we understand it from a spiritual perspective as starseeds, as our physical, mental, emotional, etheric, but we don't understand it from a biological standpoint as a biological being. Now, this holobiome that extends beyond our physical form is filled with bacteria and viruses and other consciousnesses that support and make it possible for us to exist in this space. Now, that might surprise you that we have viruses and bacterias and yeasts and other consciousnesses that exist as a community to support us. We have on our skin millions and millions of beings that exist entirely to support their own life and ours. And without them, we would not exist. Now, I'd like you to think of another concept. Your exterior surface, now these are not invading or not existing within our interior body. And let me define this for you. Your mouth going down into your esophagus, down into your stomach, down into your large and small intestine, and out your colon, truly is not inside your body. It is lined with cells and bacteria and viruses and yeasts that, if you think about it, it is completely contained so that it does not infiltrate into our internal organs. It has a layer of cells that protect your body from that exterior surface. And all these bacteria and yeasts and viruses and creatures exist in a symbiotic relationship. Now, we do have yeasts and bacteria that are harmful to us if they get out of balance. And our system truly is a system of complete balance. When we are in balance, our body performs at optimal level. All of the members of the community are happy, well, and doing their jobs. And we need those bacteria in our intestines, in our mouth, on our skin. We need them to function at optimal levels. They exist to, well, let's just say, without them, we would not exist. We have developed over millennia this form that has created a symbiotic system of total well-being. Now, some of those gut bacteria are producing vitamins and other nutrients that our body needs to create new cells. Without our gut bacteria, we don't produce B vitamins. And without the B vitamins, we don't produce new healthy cells. So this is why we have had such an attack on our system, on our digestion through our food sources and our air sources. It does not benefit the powers that have attempted to take over for us to be healthy and well. And as StarSeeds and Light Workers, we are on the forefront. We are the tip of the spear moving forward. And it is beneficial for us to be healthy in all ways. So my goal is to help you understand that you are a holistic system. You are a system of total well-being that, as we vibrate in higher frequencies, as we move higher in energy, these community members are also moving higher in energy. And the more we support them with nutrition, with beneficial thoughts, with a foundation of well-being, the better they can assist us to move forward. Because when we're in a state of dis-ease, it is very challenging for us to hold higher frequencies. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about, besides this holobiome, this complete system that we are, is I want to talk to you about your mental state, your emotional states. These are foundational in moving forward. If we are vibrating at low frequency energy, if we are thinking, if we are living in fear, if we are, indulging in those lower frequency energies, we are not of service to ourselves, to our community, and to the greater community. And I know that through these times, it is often we're finding ourselves going up and dipping down and going up and dipping down. As long as our ups are more than our downs, we are doing well. But there are all sorts of ways that you can support your mental and emotional well-being. I highly encourage you to develop a meditation practice if you have not already done so. And I like to do it first thing in the morning and just before I go to bed. I also read inspirational phrases and passages and little notes. I have a ritual that I do every night that basically goes through an entire forgiveness process and a releasing process of anything that has come up through the day, so that I'm not going into my sleep time with that cluttering my field. I also encourage you to get out in nature as much as possible. And I recognize that this is not necessarily an easy thing to do for many of you who are in cities and dealing with external forces trying and attempting to control what you do. But I encourage you, if you can't get out, then have a house plant where you can touch the soil, connect with the house plant. Also, crystals directly connect to the earth frequencies. Crystals hold the frequency of the earth. They lived and were born and grew within the earth, and they are memory holders. So they hold the frequencies of earth. So if you can bring in crystals into your environment, there are many other tools. Like I have organites that I have made. I have tuning forks that help bring frequencies back into balance. Saging, doing saging. This one happens to be bay leaves, which is really lovely and highly medicinal. So it cleans the air of harmful bacteria and viruses. Crystal essences. I make a line of crystal essences, and I love to spray myself with these. This one is joy. I have wellness that I created specifically for flus, bacteria, viruses, things like that. And I spray myself with these as a way to, as a tool. Now, I want you to think of everything that you use outside of your inner knowing are tools to help you focus back into your inner being. Your inner being is the single most important connection that allows you to be completely aligned with your source and all of life. When you hold your frequency and your knowing and your focus on your divine center, your connection to your higher self, remember, you are a fractal of the divine. You are simply universe choosing to experience what it is to be human. And when you hold that knowing and in constant meditation, and you can be in a state of constant meditation while doing your life. I wrote a book right up there. It's called Being, A Practical Guide to Living in the Moment. You can be in the moment, present, living your entire life. And the more you shift your focus into being here and not there, the happier you will be and the healthier you will be. Okay, so we've discussed who and what we are as a community of consciousness. We have discussed our mental and emotional states, and we have discussed that it is imperative as we move forward that we remain sovereign in our connections. Now, I've talked to you many videos where I show you the applied kinesiology technique. That is, applied kinesiology is simply a way to test using the muscles and the intelligence of your body. So the way you do it is if the foundation principle behind applied kinesiology is that your body is intelligent, and we know this. And it also knows when something is beneficial for it and when something is counter to its health and well-being. So I like to use applied kinesiology and this technique of muscle testing, which means we're trying to break this connection. The muscles in your fingers, your hands are actually quite strong. Using this other finger, we are trying to break that connection. Now your body knows what is positive and what is negative, what is good and what is bad for it. We always make statements because questions can be very nebulous, and we want a positive or a negative response. Unless we're tuned directly into our inner knowing, our higher self, and we're hearing direct information, if you're not there yet, then this is a beneficial technique to learn. And you need to get to the point where you absolutely trust your body and the information you're receiving. Yes, we can skew all results. We can skew any result of anything in the entire world. Our minds are that powerful. So before we do any testing, we basically say to our beingness, I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. Stay centered. We also want to make sure that we're using the electrical impulses of the body. When we are testing and doing a holistic applied kinesiology exam, we are testing the energy flow through our entire body, all our organs, our systems. We are testing for many, many things. And we can do a complete and total exam knowing how to care for our bodies. We never need to go outside of us. Now, I need to make a disclaimer because we are in those times. I am not a medical doctor. I am a certified health facilitator, and I can show you these techniques, but I am not a medical doctor, and I cannot diagnose nor treat any dis-ease. You, however, are empowered to care for your own health and well-being, and that's why I'm teaching you these techniques. Okay, so applied kinesiology. So how we first start out with this is we make sure that we're strong, and we test it. We just test and we hold, and we intend for that to hold strong, okay? Now, we want to first, again, as I said, test our circuits. Now, we have 3 circuits. We have a circuit that runs through the core, the center of our body, up and down, our governing meridians. And we have meridians that deal with our lower areas and meridians that deal with our upper areas. So the 3 meridians are, the first one, the governing one, is feel for these where your collarbones come in together, and right by that you'll feel 2 indentations. And so just massage those with your finger, your thumb and forefinger, those indentations. And it might be pretty sore because if you haven't been doing this, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. You want to put pressure. What you're doing is trying to stimulate and unblock any flow that needs to be operating at optimal level. This alone will help improve your overall well-being. Okay, the next one is doing, so a finger on the top of your lip and below your lip. This meridian deals with your upper body. Okay, we're going to massage that and do it for about 30 seconds. The third one is a little trickier. It is right at the end of your tailbone. So you're going to massage that area, that spot, and then we're going to test. We're going to say circuits are in the clear, and then we will test. And it's strong, so that is a correct statement. Okay, now I want you to practice this exercise. So my name is Lorrayne, and I'm going to say, my name is Lorrayne, and I am going to test that. Now see, I'm not breaking, it's staying strong. My body knows that I identify as Lorrayne. Now I'm going to make another statement. My name is George, and I'm going to test. There's no way I can hold my fingers together because my body knows I am not George. Okay, so now we want to make sure that we're strong again, so we test strong. We never want to test after we've had a negative response because our muscles need to get back into their strong point. Now, how can this be used? This crazy technique. First of all, you can use it to determine whether what you are wanting to eat is beneficial for your body. So you would say to your body, this ice cream would be beneficial for this body at this moment in time. And then you would test. Now, my body doesn't want ice cream right now. It's saying no. Okay, strong. This tomato would be good for this body at this time. My body is saying no. I don't actually eat tomatoes. Okay, so this bowl of spinach would be good for this body at this time. Now my body is saying spinach would be good for it. Now you can do that with food. You can do that with activities. This body wants to walk 30 minutes. See, nice and strong. This body wants to go to the movies. No, because I don't want to go out into the weirdness. You can use it. Now, I'm going to do videos in the future where I'm going to show you trigger points on the body that correlate to organs and systems, supplements and minerals, so that you can do a complete and total physical exam of your body. And we touch trigger points and then we muscle test. Now, if we touch it and it comes back weak, what that means is that the energy in that organ or that system is weak. And then we can do other things to support unblocking that energy and getting your body back moving in its optimal direction. This is a powerful foundational technique for you to have absolute health autonomy and take back control of your well-being, not handing your power to the external sources that do not know you and your body. The other way that this can be used is in dealing with emotions. 90% of all dis-ease, physical dis-ease in the body, has an emotional component. That means that we have buried, hidden emotional triggers that are weakening or blocking the flow in our body. So being empowered to take back total control. Remember, we are not just a physical manifestation. We are mental, emotional, and spiritual and physical. So I will be teaching you a complete system to clear your entire field so that you are empowered to be the most powerful starseed light worker being there is, that it's possible for you to be as you move in frequency. These are fifth dimensional techniques that help you deal with this carbon-based physical manifestation community of you as you move forward into a crystalline light body. I hope this has been helpful. Until next time, my name is Lorrayne. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy. Practice these techniques, and I'll see you next time.